I've been here in Massachusetts about 20 years, and this is the first time I've been with this many Hispanics, Latinx. I'm serious. As soon as I went into the speaker room and I heard the blah, 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 I knew I was with my familia right there. So, a short story. Who knows who Roger Bannister is? Anybody knows? He's the person that in like 1967 broke the 4-minute mile. Most people didn't think that was possible. As soon as this person broke that record, a few months later or whatever, then another person breaks the 4-minute mile, right? A year later, 3 people run a 4-minute mile in the same exact race. So what does that tell us, right? That we need role models. We need people that if we see that something is possible, if we know that another human being could do it, then we think we can do it ourselves. And so I think that one of the problems that we might not have been talking about yet is that we need role models, right? And so when I first came to, well, before that, I didn't know all the stats, but I was Googling, and I said, like, how many Hispanics have founded a multi-billion-dollar business? Guess what I found? Not much, right? 216 out of Fortune 500 were founded by immigrants. Only one is Cuban. And I looked it up on Wikipedia, and it was not true. And so it must be true. And so what happened was that it really kind of like brought everything full circle to me, because people ask me, why did I found Drift? And I found Drift because when I came from Nicaragua in 1993, I went and I cleaned the offices, right, the corporate offices. I vacuumed the floor and I picked up the trash, right? And I worked at McDonald's, I worked at Albertsons, and so forth. Went to school, but you know what? It was the Hispanic community in Florida, in Tampa, and I'm so outdated, I keep saying Hispanic. I guess I have to say Latinx, is that the thing? I've been hanging with white people like the past 20 years. Although my accent hasn't gone away. But the thing is that I was like, you know, I'm looking at my Rihanna quotes too in the meantime, but so what happened was that Hispanic community helped me. You know, there's a woman named Donna Perino. She helped me. I could barely speak English, and she got me a scholarship. She helped me and connected me with business leaders in Tampa, Florida, to get me a scholarship to be able to attend college. Right? It was just my mother, my siblings, and I went to school and I started having this mentorship. In fact, USF is #1 Latino school in the United States with the most success found there. And so I found that helped. Then I went to work at IBM. I worked there for 10 years. And I found immediately, you know, Latinos were like, here's the network. And they were like supporting me and helping me and showing me how I could like grow within a 400,000 person organization. But I was getting frustrated, right? Because there's all these limits. I was like, okay, there was a vice president at IBM, but not the CEO of IBM. And so I left and I said, let me go into the startup world. And I went to try to find my way there, trying to find my calling, my purpose. And, you know, 4 companies later, I pair up with another Hispanic, David Cancel, who's been my mentor, my partner for a while now, 10 years. And one of those companies, I was at HubSpot. So him and I were Chief Product Officer and Vice President of Engineering. And we helped HubSpot become a $5 billion company here in Boston, right? About 3,000 employees worldwide. And that was a great accomplishment. But what I realized was that I was working for this white dude, right, Brian Halligan. And I'm like, I'm here making this man successful. And like, why should I stay here? Okay, I'm successful now, but that's not going to, I need to be able to help. I need to be able to be a role model, be a Roger Bannister, and show that we can build a multi-billion-dollar company. So we walked out of HubSpot to start Drift, David Cancel and myself, and our goal is to build an enduring company here in Boston, a $10 billion company. So far, our progress in the past 2 years is that we have raised $107 million from white people, Sequoia Capital, one in Silicon Valley. And I just don't know. We keep going. We're not going to let anybody stop us, right? We have 217 employees right now. We have 3 offices, Boston, San Francisco, and Seattle. We have over thousands of paying customers. Just to give an example, we're not showing all of our stats yet. When I saw those numbers, about $100,000 in revenue, it just breaks my heart, right? That, you know, we need to be able to do better. And but just one slice of our progress in the past 2 years is that we have grown from 1 million to 10 million in less than 1 year in annual revenues, right? And so I've been like, and that was a while ago. And so what happens is that it's going really well, but we've been heads down because what I want to do is I want to be able to take this company public and then turn it into a $10 billion company in value to show other Latinx people that we can do this, right? Because I'm just tired of like just going into every event and into every VC meeting, into every VC room, and it's just we're the only ones, right? And so that's really my story. My name is Elias Torres, and this is how I amplify.
Give it up for Elias Torres.